Hello everyone, this is Abdul Aziz Ola once again from AOS Academy, the #1 language and linguistics institute. If you would like to learn the French language, take tutorials on your forthcoming examinations, or even consult a researcher online for your project or thesis works, kindly subscribe and click on any of the links below this video in order to contact us right now. Now today we are going to be giving you 15 main tips for your IELTS listening test. I'm so happy today, and these tips are going to help you to be able to, if followed, however, it will be able to help you to get within the band 8.0 down to 8.5, 9.0, 9.5, as much as you are there to it, in conjunction with your practice or your previous test attempt. Now, before we move on to these tips, these 15 main tips, I would like to tell you about the listening test. The listening test is going to be probably the second test you are going to take for the IELTS test. And this test is going to be taken alongside the reading and the writing skills on the same day. However, it's not going to last for the same day, for the whole day. You are going to write it within 2 hours, 40 minutes max. And however, the listening skills itself will take within 40 minutes to an hour thereabout, depending on the year you are writing it and the month. Now, that being said, for the listening skill, you are going to be given 40 questions to actually tackle, and those 40 questions are going to be on different passages and text which you are going to be listening to through the use of your headsets, which will be provided to you in the examination hall. Now, without much ado, let's go into the 15 main tips that we have for you today, and please try as much as possible to watch this video to the end, because we have some bonuses that we are going to give you after giving you these 15 tips. Now, the first tip that you need to know is that at the beginning of the test, you will be given time to read through the questions before you listen. So please try as much as possible. Don't be trying to be a know-it-all. As a result of that, not read the questions. It has immense benefit if you actually read through the questions, because you would know for time what exactly they are asking before you actually listen, and that would save you the cost of time and energy to actually be thinking of what to write. Now, apart from that, as you listen, write your answers on the question paper. I do advise even that some people to write their answers on the answer sheet, because though you will be given at least 10 minutes after the examination or the test to actually transfer your answers from the question paper to the answer sheet, but when I did mine, I was actually swift to actually write on the answer sheet. But even though you are not fast enough to do that on the go, you can actually write it on the question paper and transfer it later on once you are done with your examination. Now, apart from that, make sure that you write your answers, all your answers, not just some. Write all your answers on the answer sheet, because anything you write on the question paper is not going to be marked. It is just for easiness. That's why they actually permitted you to write on the question paper, but the thing they are going to mark is going to be on your answer sheet. And nowadays, they even make use of computers to mark the script. So the computers are not going to be giving your question papers, rather they'll be giving your answer sheets. So try as much as possible to write all your answers on your answer sheet. And please, the next thing is follow instructions carefully. A lot of people don't follow instructions. Anything they ask you to do it. The thing they don't ask you to do, don't do it. Because these questions, these instructions they will give you, it most likely will be different from what you actually know from your practice or your previous test. So read the instructions first, and after that, follow it. Don't say because, oh, I've been doing a lot of practice tests, or I've actually even undergone some previous tests before in which I didn't do well, or maybe I did well, I just want to do it because it has expired, so I know the modus operandi, so I'll just no. Please read the instructions again and follow it accordingly, follow it religiously. Now, listen to the specific information you want. Once you have read your questions at the beginning, you already know what you are looking for in the passage that you are listening to. So listen to the information you just want to get out, and once you have gotten it, write it in your question paper or your answer sheet if you are fast. Now, try as much as possible to also anticipate speaking. Try as much as possible to anticipate what the speaker would say before he or she says it. That would actually require a kind of concentration on your path, because once you have read the questions, you will be able to know, maybe in the instance when they say Dash entered the house, you already know that, oh, Dash entered the house. An animal can enter the house, a human being can enter the house, but a place can't enter the house, a instrument can't enter the house, rather animal. So you know that in the passage, what you'll be listening to, what you'll be trying to get is, oh, is it Sharon that entered the house? Is it the goat that entered the house? You would already know a tip on how to actually answer the question before the passage gets read to you. Now, please don't worry if you don't understand a word that is being said. Try as much as possible to not focus on a word, because all what you need is the idea, all what you need is the illustration, the logic behind the passage to answer it. You don't need to know every word, because you may not even need it, you may not need to use it. So please adhere to that. And please, if you do not know the answer to a question, attempt it, but do not waste time on it. Move quickly to the next question, because you won't have time to actually be looking at it. You can come back to it, but first of all, focus on the next, so that you will be swift while the listening is also going on. Now, be careful with your spelling and grammar. Spell correctly and make sure that your grammar is correct, because what you are listening to is what you are going to write. But don't, there's a difference between what you are listening to and what you are seeing, what you are able to read. So try as much as possible to study very well before the examination, so that you'll be able to improve your spelling and your grammar. Now, do not panic if you think the topic is too difficult or if the speaker is too fast. Just calm down. If you calm yourself down, you'll be able to tune in into the pace of the speaker or into the topic itself. So just relax yourself and try as much as possible to follow the speaker. Now, one thing about it is that you must be able to read, write, and listen at the same time. This is a listening skill definitely that you are being tested on, but in the process you are reading the questions. Apart from reading the questions, you are listening to the audio, and you are also writing your answers down. You need to do those three things together if you really want to excel in the listening skill. And also, please focus precisely on what you are asked to complete. There are going to be much information. Some of them you may not even need. So don't focus on the information, the bulk of information that is either on your answer sheet, or what the speaker is actually saying. Focus on the things they ask you to actually complete. And please pay attention to the word limits. For example, in the instruction section, you might be asked that complete the form with no more than 2 words. And for instance, if the correct answer is leather coat, but you now wrote coat made of leather, that is wrong. Why? Because you have not adhered to the instruction given to you. So just put the leather coat just like that. Don't try to reform the answer. And please, if the question asks you to complete the notes, maybe for instance you have in the afternoon, and they have given you they have given you the preposition and the article. All what is required of you is just to put the noun afternoon, but you now go and put in the afternoon again. It will be wrong, because they just needed 1 word from you, not the combination of the 3 words. So be mindful of that. And please, as we said, there is no negative marking in IELTS. So attempt all questions. You won't be penalized for not answering, or for answering it and missing it. You won't be penalized. So try as much as possible to complete, attempt all questions. And please check your answers once you are done. That's our first bonus tip. Check your answers when you are done with the examination. As I said, you'll be given 10 minutes after the examination to transfer your answer. When I wrote my own IELTS test, I used that time to check my answers. I didn't use it to transfer because I already had them on the answer sheet. So I used them to check my answers. You can do that also if you are fast. And please, the accent of the speaker on the tape will be predominantly British. So please and please don't go and be focusing on the English, the American English in your practice tests. Please don't do that. That's the difference between IELTS and TOEFL. TOEFL focuses more. It's more flexible in the American English. It accepts it, but IELTS follows the British. So please study based on the British accent. And please, as much as possible, learn to be able to distinguish between opinions, facts, and comparisons. A lot of time in the listening skill, you are going to hear sometimes where they make use of comparisons, they make use of facts and figures, they make use of opinions. You need to be able to differentiate between them. You need to be able to say, oh, the person first of all said 7:30 p.m. but he said, oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, 7:50 p.m. Some people may have chosen 7:30 p.m. for maybe the time the train departed. Meanwhile, the right answer was 7:50 because the person corrected himself after saying it. So you have to be watchful of that. Don't rush to actually pick an answer, but don't be slow in picking an answer. And lastly, please familiarize yourself with charts, graphs, flow charts, bar charts, pie charts, and so on. You are most likely going to be given some of them. You are going to be given diagrams, graphs, and the rest. So please try as much as possible to familiarize yourself through the use of your practice and the previous test you have done before now. Thank you very much. I hope you did get value from all what we actually gave you now, all the tips. Please, if you have any question, put them below this video right now. And if you are taking the IELTS test before and you feel, oh, you have some tips that you can also share, please put it on the comment section. We would really love to get it. Now, a question for you. What's the difference between the IELTS listening skill and the IELTS speaking skill? Thank you very much. I really hope to get your answers in the comment section. And please, as much as possible, share this video with your loved ones, those who want to write the IELTS just like you. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate you all. I do hope to see you in the next video. Do have a lovely day. Bye bye.